If that pulled up outside your house, you'd think, oh no, a drug dealer is here.
Okay guys, we are ready to start the AMG Hammer build on my $100 Mercedes. For all the new viewers, this is my $100 Mercedes that was headed to a junkyard. You see, my neighbor had this old yet very well-maintained 300E in his garage, and it had a non-running engine and a blown transmission. And before the tow truck could arrive, I picked it up off of him for $100. Quickly, we got it running, and then me and Lenny put a freshly rebuilt transmission in, and now it's road ready again. Now what's an AMG Hammer, you may ask? Well, the founders of AMG had a dream of creating a sedan that could achieve 300 kilometers per hour. For all my fellow Americans, that's 186 eagles per donut, or miles per hour. And they saw their vision began to manifest in late 1984 when the Mercedes-Benz W124 made leaps and bounds in terms of automotive design and quality. Featuring state-of-the-art multi-link suspension and the most aerodynamic design of the time, AMG promptly began working on a V8 conversion of the W124. The result was a vehicle that would set the precedent for future super sedans, as well as spearhead the entire movement. I mean, the car was insane, and it broke records too. I mean, even the less potent 5.6 liter V8 300E AMG Hammer could accelerate from 60 to 120 miles per hour faster than a Lamborghini Countach. And this obviously grabbed the attention of the automotive world at large. Now, the Hammer sold for $160,000 in 1986. Today, it's worth upwards of $761,000, nearly 5 times the original cost. So what if I built my own AMG Hammer, starting with my very well-maintained 200,000 mile broken $100 Mercedes 300E. Well, me and Lenny already got it running again, so now it's time to start building a Hammer. Converting it into an AMG Hammer is really easy. I'm surprised it hasn't been done a billion times. Now, we've got all kinds of components. First up is the headlight conversion. So this is the Euro spec headlight conversion kit we got from Classic EuroParts. Awesome guys, they sent this kit out. It's gonna make it super easy. I got some new taillight lenses because these ones look much better. The other ones are a little bit faded as well. And then on top of everything, we need to get that perfect stance for the car. What better way to do it than with the suspension upgrade kit? So we got this from SF Racing, specifically springrates.com, hooked us up with this kit. Very heavy duty, very solid. It's going to give us all the different kinds of adjustability that we need to set that perfect ride height. I also got these little pieces for the mirrors because the other ones are all cracked and missing. So we got our work cut out for us. Let's start banging shit out. So all I gotta do now is just pop this right out, already disconnected. So this is the difference. Obviously, I've just never been a fan of the amber or the white. So we'll just put this piece right in, like that, clamp it down. Brand new headlights are on. It's already starting to look like some teenage boy owns the car. I like this much better. It looks a little bit more special, not just like a boring old granny car out on the road. Now let's tackle the front headlights. Basically what a Euro conversion headlight is this piece right here. So this is like the American version. And you got a little wiper right there, which looks kind of cool. It's a little novelish, but completely useless. And I just hate this design. It looks terrible. The Euro version looks much better. We're gonna basically just swap that out real quick. Doing little jobs like this brings me back to my early days of modifying cars where you don't need any special tools, mainly just a flathead, a Phillips screwdriver, and a 10mm socket.
First one.
And little things like this tend to make a big difference, and it's usually the gateway drug to most car guys. Before you know it, you're on a street corner giving blowjobs just to buy another Facebook Marketplace shitbox. You guys know, of course. Maybe it's just me. The Euro headlights are on the car, so thanks again to Classic Euro for sending them out. They look great. And now for the reveal, there you go. So the parts right here, the wiper delete, it's not paint matched, and obviously we're gonna change the color of the car. We've got a very special AMG color that we're gonna change the car to. So that's why this isn't paint matched yet, because that's gonna be changed in the process. So that's coming up soon. But yeah, the headlights look so much better, just one smooth piece. Got rid of the wipers. Some people love them. I think they're cool, but I like it better without them. There's really no point in having that. Now, we gotta adjust the ride height. Time for a big suspension upgrade.
Okay, we started with the rear of the car and we already pulled out one of the rear shocks and one of the rear springs. And gosh, the new stuff looks better. Let's take a look. And this is gonna give us that awesome adjustability for the ride height, and the spring is also adjustable. So let's get rid of this old shit and put in the new shit. All right, and I just tightening up the last bolt, putting back the sway bar, and this side is all done. I mean, we got all the nice new shit in. This is already gonna be lowering the car a ton, and it's adjustable, so we can change our minds whenever we want. Pretty simple install. Now, let's do it on the other side. All right, here we go.
And now my absolute favorite part of working on cars is dealing with highly compressed springs and not having the right tools to pull them out, and hoping that they don't fly out and tear my head off. Luckily for this part, I'm just holding the camera while Lenny's in the danger zone. Okay, we got the spring out, and as you can tell, this is a pretty big spring, and it was compressed in this small little area right here. Now, we used pretty much every tool we could find. None of the tools that we used would work, so I had to get this specialized Mercedes-Benz spring compressor tool, and it's got all kinds of cool little features on it, allowing me to pull the spring out. But yeah, I mean, it's under so much compression, we couldn't do the little, you know, jank way. Otherwise, maybe one of us would not be here. And now that the spring and strut is out, time to put the new strut in. Pretty easy. You just line this shit up. Now we're just trying to pull the strut out on the other side. And this part just takes a little while. Now for my favorite part of the AMG Hammer build, we've got the monoblock wheels. This was sent to us from our friends over at ECS Turner. They sent us the Alzor wheels. These are gonna fit on no problem. They got that dish. It's all polished. It looks great. So put some tires on this, and now I'm ready to just bolt it on. See, the problem with these Euro cars that I absolutely hate is that they don't use lug nuts. They use lug bolts, which just make it a lot harder to put the wheels on. As you can see, I'm using my body to hold it up right now. Now, these were the original ones for the original wheels. These ones won't fit because they're too long. So I had to go get new ones, but I got the chrome ones. So, just gotta find the hole. Never been good at that. So thanks to ECS Turner for sending out the Alzor wheels. They look great. They got that polished finish. They got the lip. It's that monoblock design. I believe these are the 17-inch ones. And you know, I put a set of tires on it. They're much wider. It gives it a much better stance. It's got that offset that brings it out. That matches right here. Now that I got the wheel on, we got the suspension. Now we're gonna do some fine tuning to get that perfect ride height. I don't want the tire to destroy the fender. So we're gonna give it a little bit of room, but just stock was just way too much. It didn't look great. So we're gonna try to narrow it in a little bit. So yeah. Okay, so we got a few more mods just to do. So this is a cassette, but not just any cassette. This is a cassette with a built-in Bluetooth, so that when I put it into the original radio right here, I can listen to Bluetooth. I can listen to Bluetooth coming from my phone. So that's really cool. I think I just fucked it up.
And you broke it.
And I just broke it. That's not good. I think I just broke it. Anyways, other than that, I've got this really cool little piece, which is basically a cup holder and also a phone holder. So I can put my phone in here. And you know, when I'm drinking and driving, drinking coffee and driving, that way I have cup holders. Here we go, next piece. Isn't much of a mod, but more restoration. It's a light switch piece, because the light switch piece that's in this car is broken. It comes right off. So a brand new piece. So now that I could have working headlights. There we go. And now when I pull it out, it actually turns on the fog lights. Okay, next piece, genuine Mercedes, is the fader switch. Now, I tried working the speakers in the car, and we got two problems. One of the speakers in the front is blown out, so I got new speakers I'm gonna put in, and then this little fader switch is messed up, and because that's in line with all the speakers, every time I hit a bump, the speakers go out. So I got a new switch, which should hopefully fix the problem. That's what I'm thinking. You know, on top of modifying the car, I want to bring it back to its original state because it's got 200,000 miles on it, and I'd like to make it hit 1 million. So I think that would be pretty cool. So little pieces of restoration here and there, keeping this car, you know, in really top quality shape. Okay, phase one is completed. The adjustable suspension, the wheels, the Euro headlights, taillights. But we still have a lot more to do. We gotta change the color, we got new bumpers, and a few other little tidbits to bring it to that AMG Hammer level.
If that pulled up outside your house, you'd think, oh no, a drug dealer is here.
Immediately after finishing what I call phase one of the AMG Hammer build, it seems as if we accidentally built a complete drug dealer car. A pimp mobile. I mean, this car doesn't get bitches, it sells them. And when you look at what the 1986 AMG Hammer was, it was a drug dealer car. I mean, who else had $160,000 to buy a sedan in 1986 and wanted one that was faster than a Lamborghini Countach? The answer is Pablo Escobar, Tony Montana, Drexel, Ricardo Diaz, or any bad guy from Miami Vice. Well, we're done with stage one of the Mercedes build, and wow, what an incredible story. This car was headed to the junkyard, ready to be scrapped, ready to be destroyed, crushed into a little cube, and we brought it back to life, back out on the road again. And of course, you know, the transmission, the spark plugs, a lot of maintenance, some touch up here and there. Then we went ahead and put the new wheels on it, full adjustable suspension all the way around, new headlights, new taillights, and we still have so much more to do. And of course, with that came my newfound appreciation for German cars, especially old Mercedes. They're so well built. But my absolute favorite part of this build is the fact that we're taking something so incredibly inexpensive and turning it into a one-of-one build. And the fact that this is a car that's just so obtainable that anyone who wants to get a project can get themselves. So now we head into phase two, where we're gonna change the color and we're gonna put the AMG body kit on. You're gonna wanna stay tuned, you're gonna wanna like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.